Welcome to my channel. I'm about to show you within 27 minutes how the whole universe works, like you've never heard before. You've been fed all the other garbage. I'm about to tell you and show you what's actually happening out there and what the ancient Egyptians have left us for thousands and thousands of years right there in our faces. But due to our ignorance, we've just overlooked it all. This is how the whole system works. Now, hang in there. It's only 27 minutes, 25 now. But you have to realise Earth is flat. To understand, you'll never get the whole concept if you think you live on a spinning ball. Now this is how it works. There is the black hole. They're all talking about it now in science. Roger Penrose won a Nobel Prize for assuming, well, this theory that that the black hole is in the Milky Way. And it is in the Milky Way because that's where the sun is. And the sun sits in the Milky Way. The sun sits in here, in the Milky Way. It's more like an egg shape. That's where they come up with the word, the phrase cosmic egg. And that egg turns 24/7. A full rotation gives you the full day. And this is how it all sits up there in the cosmos, in our so-called universe. What the Egyptians have left us. Step pyramid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some say 6, but basically they represent the planets, okay? We've got Mercury, Venus, that's Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. The step pyramid. What have we got up here? Obviously we have the sun. Step pyramid of de jour. Second, get rid of this. There's the sun. So it's sitting in the black hole. But we have this system here. So we see it, we basically see it like this, out in our sky, don't we? So imagine looking straight up through there. There's the sun up there, up to there. Because these two planets are close to the sun, they're the only two that appear to pass in front of the sun. Little does the common man know that the sun is there, daylight is this side. This is daytime, this is nighttime. Night, day. Mercury and Venus are passing in front of the sun out here during the day. Okay? That's how it works. Now we have this other pyramid. See, this pyramid also is represented in Cairo. The flat base represents the moon pyramid. It represents all the planets and the moon because it's magnetic. Magnetism, electron. Okay? It's the furthest north of the three pyramids. That's another deep meaning. But then we have the other pyramid. This is Khufu. Okay, it's Khufu pyramid. Then we have Khafre. But Khafre has the sun in it, doesn't it? Because the sun is electrical. It's been created by the two forces. Because both these sit in a big magnetic vortex. These are the elliptic angles we see over the year, because the magnetic fields follow this elliptic angle. That's the ecliptic in here. The gap in there is the ecliptic. Our realm was created there. The black hole has created our whole existence, our whole world. This is what it looks like. That's looking down on the flat earth. North, south, tropics. Looks like this. It's all in here. That is hidden in the center above the Arctic. Like a donut, we're inside this magnetic field here. This is the sphere Plato talks about. We're in that sphere. But this is the dielectric we live in, and that's the plane of inertia through the center. That's negative. That's neutral. Is negative below ground, Earth is negative. Positive is above. This is neutral. We all exist in the neutral zone. We are created from nothing, from the black hole. The black hole has created everything. It's an amplifier of frequencies. Sun, light, everything is based on frequencies. Hidden away up there is what we have here. This pressure is built up in the cosmic magnetic vortex and shot back down and created the Big Bang. That is the bang the sun has been created. So you take this up like that, take that like that. What have you got here? Well, that's the triangle anyway. And also, cross. Here's the cross, cosmic cross. There's one way of looking at it. And the other way of looking at it is this, the cosmic cross. It's in Plato. The sun's in here. There's your pyramid. There's the other pyramid. It's the cosmic cross. He's even drawn it in the Timaeus. It's created there. It's the cross. That's equilibrium. That's the whole story of Jesus Christ actually. On the cross. With his arms out. Is represented here. That's equal. At the equinox. So all these planets are going around on their own separate tracks. Only these two that are close to, because these are crammed right up, imagine they're right up here, the planets. But this is an exploded view, but it sits like this. It's all sitting there in Cairo for you. Nobody's clicked. Kefri, pyramid Kefri, is the tip on it, because that represents the sun. And it also is connected with the Egyptian Sphinx. They both go together, because they both represent a divine time in man's history. And that is when the pyramid, the top of this Kefri pyramid, lines up across the top of the Sphinx head, straight between Leo and Virgo, on the 21st day of August. What did we get on that day? Back in 2017, a full solar eclipse. Egyptologists, historians will all be connecting this with the equinox. It's not the equinox, it's before the equinox. It's the solar eclipse, the birth of man. It's a deep story, but it's all connected to religion. People think religion's hoo-ha. They have no idea. It's the meaning to life. It saves you as a human being. Eternal life. So there you have it. The major magnetic field. We have the planets around the sun and the black hole. We have the background stars out here, winding their way up in this field out here. And this is how it works over here. it comes out. This field flows up. There's the high pressure from the ice. It's in the Arctic. Flows up, goes to the tropics. Passes down to the Earth negative, and then up at the tropics, where it becomes high pressure. These are high pressure zones. Antarctica and Arctic are high pressure zones, and they're attracted to the tropics. You've been fooled all your life thinking that the magnetic field comes out of the bottom of the spinning ball Earth and then at the top. Utter garbage. 100% rubbish. It all travels to the lowest pressure medium, and the lowest pressure medium is in the tropics. Rushes to the tropics, and what comes up the tropics is the low pressure. It's got nowhere to come this way. So you imagine a donut, and it's the centre, the crunch point. It all gets pulled back into there. Because all this energy gets pulled back into here, it creates the sun. Bang. All life is created here. This is the cosmic tree. Cosmic tree, do not eat from the tree in the centre of the garden. It's the centre of the garden. See what happens out here? You get in the tropics, you get this, you don't see it of course, shoots back in here. This is the attraction. This is the opposites attract. There is no north to south garbage. There's your lesson on cosmology. Everything there is an exploded view. This is an amplifier. It's amplified our whole realm. We live in this realm here. It's a donut, you get right round here, two sides, north, south, north, south, north, south, centre, north, the Arctic. Our whole realm out here is created from this little black hole in here. We do not see. We can't get to this area. It's the place of inaccessibility. No one has ever been there, despite what they'll tell you about the Arctic. No one has ever been to the centre. We can't get there because we're stepping outside our magnetic field, which contains us. We're all contained in a magnetic field. It's like a magnetic field we know of, but inverted. And that this magnetism isn't the magnetism you think you know. It's not. That's how Earth works. It's a dual system. Everything on Earth is a dual system. This is your brain. See the shape of the brain? The human brain, because we're fractals of Earth. It's all related to nature. You can't deny it. Earth is not a spinning ball. It is 100% rubbish. Pure lies. Imagination. The stars. This is the southern sky. That revolves around the northern sky over a whole night. It just turns all the way around, and pick any star, it'll end up back where it started. That's the way the rotation goes. That's what happens. The southern sky rotates around the northern sky. They both roll together as they're turning, but that does not move off its spot. It turns around Polaris. This is Sigma Octantis out here. Turns all the way. And we all have our own horizon. We all have our own perspective, because we're between north and south. You'll always get your southern rotation wherever you are, because it's from in here. It's all reflected out. The side reflected out. It's the sun is Sigma Octantis. The sun is Polaris. It's one night sky view up here. It's another night sky view out there. And it's different because you've got a concaved sky. Concaved, which brings the image to a central point, which helps the rotation around a central point. That's what concaved mirror glass does. Science does not know all this. They're ignorant of it. They're probably clicking on now because I've had enough videos put out now. That's the tropics around there. The magnetic fields come out of the south, they come out of the north, and they both go to the tropics, where they pass down through the Earth and spiral off negative to come back up. So that's feeding back up into here, and that's feeding back down into there. The two, negative and positive, hitting each other, bang, creating a spark. the voltage across the circuit. That's magnetic induction. The magnetic field contains the electrical circuit, the sun. And this is like an induction motor. There's the rotor, there's the stator. Tesla knew about this 100 years ago, more than 100 years ago. Seafarers knew about this flat earth hundreds of years ago because they knew the dip compass dipped down here, dipped down there, and it dipped down in the north. They're both exactly the same, and they're equal. This is where their word isotropic comes from. They're equal. It's a Greek word. It means equal, and that's several words: turn, roll, and something else. Because they're equal. This is equal to that. Obviously the ice is different to this ice because there's a bigger field out here, and that's on land. This is only on water, but it's a smaller area here, so it has to be slightly different, doesn't it? Isotropic, ice to the tropics, ice to the tropics, ice to the tropics. But look up the word meaning. Science has misunderstood the whole thing. And realise positive equals high pressure. Positive is high pressure, the blue. North and south, north and south. South, north. Negative pressure is low, negative is low pressure. It's coming up here, rushing, being sucked in. It's being sucked in. That's what low and high pressure is all about. Thick, moist air in the tropics, dry, thin air in the Arctics. Those are opposites. Any more questions? Check out my other videos. No one else on Facebook, no one else on YouTube, anywhere describes the whole universe, the flat earth system like this. Any other models is just hoo-ha. Made up, fabricated, especially the spinning ball. It's just a joke. Any questions? Leave them below. Thumbs up if you like it.